Good evening. It's a dry, chilly evening across central Indiana, but we'll be dodging rain in the week ahead. Thanks for joining us late tonight. I'm Michael Van Schoik. We want to get right over to meteorologist Alyssa Andrews, who has more on that possibility for rain in our forecast. Alyssa, I just met you moments ago. I've seen you around, but this is the first time I'm actually seeing you in person.
Welcome to the evening newscast, and a late one for you right now. Hey, temperature is outside 29 degrees in Indianapolis with mostly clear skies, so we're drying out after a few showers rolled through this weekend. Feels like 23 degrees, so we do have a little bit of a wind chill right now with the breeze out of the south at 6 miles an hour. On our Live Guardian radar, we are dry, clear across the state, and even regionally looks pretty good as well. Now, we do have a lot of chances to see some rain showers coming up for this week that we're going to dive into in our full forecast, but temperatures across the board at freezing or below. Muncie, the warm spot at 32 degrees, if you can really call it that, but you can't because it is freezing outside with winds out of the south around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So we're seeing a nice shift in the wind direction now, pulling air out of the south, a little bit of a warmer breeze for us than it was over the weekend. In our hour-by-hour forecast, temperatures tomorrow morning going to be dropping into the mid-20s with sunshine to start off for the week. But again, in our full forecast, we're going to be discussing more of that chance for rain showers coming up in the week ahead, plus talking about the drop in temperatures into the 40s and 50s we go. More on that in just a little bit.
Thank you, Alyssa. After more than a quarter century, questions still remain about the most notorious serial killer in central Indiana history. This man, Herbert Baumeister. Investigators say he frequented a gay bar in the early 90s, lured men to his Westfield home, strangled them, and left their bodies in the woods behind the home. Today, as CBS4's Russ McQuaid shows us, the search dogs were back in those woods looking for forgotten remains.
In the summer of 1996, investigators swarmed over Herbert Baumeister's Hamilton County property and made some troubling discoveries. The remains of at least 11 men, 3 of them still unidentified, unburied on an 18-acre estate out back of Baumeister's home. Police issued an arrest warrant for Baumeister, but he killed himself in a Canadian park on the 4th of July, 1996. Today, dogs trained to sniff out human remains were back on the former Baumeister property.
If we have one dog that has a change in behavior, then we will confirm that with other dogs, hence the flag. So we can mark an accurate location of where the dog had some behavior that indicated they were in the odor of human remains.
It'll be up to Hamilton County Coroner Jeff Jellison to decide if crews need to dig down and see what the dogs found today.
This initiative began probably 3 or 4 months ago when I was contacted by a family member of a missing individual. We don't know at this point who we have. We don't know who those people are. And we don't know where their family members, their next of kin, is located.
The search today was as much for the families of the missing as it was for the man who bought the property years ago and still tolerates reporters and police and curiosity seekers who roll up his driveway looking for Herbert Baumeister's killing field.
There's a lot of people that just disappear, that no one knows where they go. And it's surprising that more family members don't go looking for them, but apparently they don't.
Investigators hope today's search will provide the answers that have eluded those families for nearly 30 years. Russ McQuaid, CBS4 News.
Thank you, Russ. If you fear a missing loved one from the mid-80s to the mid-90s may have fallen victim to Herbert Baumeister, call the Hamilton County Coroner at the number on your screen right there, 317-770-4415. And a man accused of strangling and stabbing his mother has been arrested on multiple charges. Dalton Hall from Bloomington is currently being held in the Ripley County Jail. The charges against Hall stem from an incident on December 1st in Batesville, Indiana, when police were called to the Golden Villa Apartments for a welfare check. They found Heather Mulcahy stabbed multiple times in the neck and upper body. Once she was at the hospital, Mulcahy told EMS workers she was stabbed by her son. Hall is being held on a $1 million cash bond. And an overnight fire caused a partial building collapse in Columbus. Nearly 40 firefighters helped battle the blaze in the city's downtown for over 4 hours. Officials say firefighters searched the buildings but did not find anyone inside when the fire started or when it collapsed. 3 firefighters did suffer slight injuries, though. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. A Monroe County deputy was injured after a pursuit suspect struck a squad car yesterday around 7 last night. Greene County deputies were in pursuit of a Chevy Suburban on State Road 45. Monroe County deputies joined in the pursuit. The suspect, later identified as Cody Reeves, turned into a Walmart parking lot eventually and T-boned a squad car intentionally. The deputy driving injured his hand and arm and complained of back pain. Reeves was arrested and taken back to Greene County. The Colts playing in prime time tonight against the Cowboys, and what was a close game in the first half turned sour for the Colts in the second half. Chris Widlick joins us in the studio to break it down.
Well, Michael, after losing 5 of their last 6, the Colts went down to Big D as double-digit underdogs. No one really giving them a chance to stay with a good Dallas team fighting for a division title, and they proved why. First half, not bad. Matt Ryan connects with Ashton Doolin, puts on a great move. Touchdown. Horseshoes actually lead this game 10-7. But Ryan had his problems. He throws 3 interceptions. This one off Alec Pierce's hands. Former Colt Malik Hooker comes up with it. Second half, more turnover trouble. Mo L.A. Cox on a nice gain, but he's stripped of the ball. Hooker is there to clean it up and take it to the end zone. Dallas scores the last 33 points tonight, and the Colts get destroyed to the tune of 54-19. Coming up later in the show, we hope to hear from interim coach Jeff Saturday, and we'll talk college football with the bowl season upon us. Michael?
Thank you very much, Chris. A Cincinnati Bengals player is looking to give back to an organization right here in central Indiana. Bengals center Ted Karras is from Indianapolis. He's selling thousands of hats to benefit adults with disabilities. He's sold around 3,600 hats so far, raising nearly $150,000 for the village of Merici. Ted originally designed these Cincy hats for his teammates, but then decided to make thousands of them to benefit the village of Merici in Lawrence. Now, the organization helps house and provide services for adults with disabilities in the Indianapolis area. Ted's mother says he's always had a passion for the organization.
Well, it's for a great cause. It's for the village of Merici, which is an adult facility for adults with disabilities, and the donations will go a long way. I know they're looking to build more apartments for the independent living.
He's just a great nice guy, supporter, and this hat project is giving us not only a revenue stream and fundraising, but also an opportunity for us to pay some of the individuals that don't work. So as they pack hats and stuff like that, they'll be earning a wage.
And the village of Merici says people from all over the country have bought Ted's hats. They'll continue to sell these hats as long as they keep getting orders. Next week, Ted is taking several of the residents to a Bengals game. Actually, funny enough, that's my hometown, and I could be there as well. Now, with the holiday seasons coming up, festive lights, food, music, and plenty of activities. But for many people, especially those experiencing financial hardships, the holiday season can also bring some stress. So today, community members joined with local faith leaders to help ease some of that stress. Hundreds of volunteers came to the Indianapolis Jewish Community Center auditorium to wrap presents for families in need. The event is part of the Adopt a Family program and support over 250 people and 77 local families.
It's such a busy time of year. Everyone has so many demands on them, and it's really incredible that people take the time to shop with their kids or shop themselves for other families like them that maybe just need a little lift up this holiday season.
Volunteers in the program are assigned to a family and receive a wish list from them. Items on the list can range anywhere from essential clothing to pantry items and even household cleaning supplies. If you want to learn more about the Adopt a Family program, you can read more about it online. And the Christmas season is now officially underway in Broad Ripple after the Broad Ripple Lights Up Festival today. The annual festival brings hundreds to Broad Ripple Village to celebrate the start of the season. This year, they did not have the parade because of street construction. The street festival included vendors, pictures with Santa, and performances from local choirs.
It's thrilling to see everybody out together again, being able to celebrate, especially in Broad Ripple Village, one of the original cultural districts. Our community is coming out loud and proud to celebrate the holidays and ring it in Broad Ripple.
You can read about that construction, Broad Ripple, on our website now. That's CBS4Indy.com. And there are other Christmas events in swing around central Indiana. That includes the Circle of Lights in downtown Indy. The circle will light up each evening through January 13th. And you can also head down to the Indianapolis Zoo to check out Christmas at the Zoo. Look at those lights there. You can see how festive it is right now on our camera right there. Beautiful sight there. Christmas at the Zoo now running through December 30th. Still ahead tonight, Georgia sets a new record in early voting numbers as the state Senate runoff enters the home stretch. What the candidates are telling voters.
And we have a breeze out of the south right now. We're looking at winds out of the south 5 to 10 miles an hour with an air temperature of 29 degrees. A cool week ahead with plenty of rain chances coming up. We'll time it all out for you in our full forecast.
And CBS4 is looking to find the most remarkable woman in central Indiana. The winner will get $1,000 to nominate to a charity of her choice and a trip to Los Angeles. You can go to cbs4indy.com/contests and click on the Remarkable Women story. You have until December 17th to nominate someone.
Tired of traffic delays? Let CBS4's Justin Kolar help you find a way. Before your day begins, he'll search for all the latest traffic headaches around central Indiana. Everything from new road construction to how you can avoid those everyday jams.
I'll handle the stress so you don't have to.
Make it a part of your daily routine.
Hey, good morning, Indianapolis.
Watch Justin Kolar for the latest traffic report. Weekday mornings beginning at 5 on CBS4. Brought to you by Tom Wood Automotive.
What makes best reviews the best reviews? They have an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on pretty much everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
So you can be confident that whatever you're buying is right for you, no matter what life throws at it. Like your daughter Clementine, for example. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
For gifts that win this season, shop unbeatable deals at Going On by Dick's Sporting Goods. Save big on athletic apparel and footwear from top brands. Plus, take an extra 25% off all apparel. Hurry, get these holiday deals before they're gone.
Don't let someone rip you off. Turn to CBS4 Consumer Investigations. Our team will listen to you and cover the truth about who could be walking away with your money. Contact CBS4 Consumer Investigations today.
Welcome back. CBS4 is your election headquarters. Georgia Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican challenger Herschel Walker are making their final pitches ahead of Tuesday's runoff election. At the same time, Democrats and the GOP are debating the DNC's plan to change the order of their presidential nomination process in 2024. CBS's Christian Benavides has more.
Georgia is on the minds of many as Tuesday's Senate runoff election fast approaches.
This race is really important nationally, so I think it goes way beyond just the local implications that it will have.
And this election is about who is competent and who has the character to represent the people of Georgia.
Incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock is defending his seat against the GOP's Herschel Walker.
But I want to make sure you know you're with the right horse right now.
They talk about some folks being show horses and some folks being workhorses. And you got a workhorse in.
Former President Barack Obama campaigned for Warnock on Sunday, joined by music legend Stevie Wonder. After about a week of early voting, more than 1.8 million people cast ballots. That's about a quarter of Georgia's active voters. Democrats are hoping for more breathing room and more power when building committees if they win that 51st Senate seat.
So the yeas clearly have it.
Meanwhile, Democrats moved closer to shaking up their presidential primary calendar ahead of 2024. The DNC Rules and Bylaws Committee voted to support kicking off the primary season with South Carolina on February 3rd of that year.
This proposal reflects the best of our party as a whole, and it will continue to make our party and our country stronger.
I'm glad that Republicans are staying the course. And, you know, how I feel about this, I feel that Democrats have really given middle America the middle finger.
The seismic shift would take away the Iowa caucus's longtime premier spot. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
And now to our weather with Alyssa. Alyssa, it's been kind of a chilly week, of course. Nothing compares to that wind we had yesterday, and it looks like we're going to kind of have a bit of a gray week this week as well.
That's right. Yeah, temperatures are going to be kind of